We are live.
Yeah, they're all D6s.
So, howdy, welcome back to the channel. We are doing the campaign Rysing Development today. We're playing D&D, a homebrew campaign. We are currently on episode 3. We're on episode 3. This is technically our 20th session, actually. We are on our 20th session. We actually now have more players today than we did last time. We now have a total of 4. We have a player that hasn't been in a while because she's been going through some things, but we do have our player again. We're just missing one more. We're kind of back to full operations, but like I said, I already mentioned the reason for that earlier. But to explain where we are currently at in the story, if you watched the last video, Rygar left to go speak to Gary about letting Gary see the weapon that he's been walking around with because it intrigued him. And Gary, to be honest, just wanted to help out with... He wanted to help Rygar understand his weapon more, so he's walking over there to really kind of help him understand it. Other than that, we now have Kira, our druid. Makiri the druid is currently off doing stuff, which she will make an appearance later, but I kind of want to get started because I did start the session really late. I did want to get it started earlier, but I did have to pick everybody up and I did just get off work. So let us get started. Let's get right to the bread and butter. Alright, Rygar. So you make your way to the front door, or what looks like to be the store front, in a sense, of, the shop. And you... What are you doing, my friend?
Seeing Gary's home.
Well, you knock on the door and you receive a response. Hello? You can come in.
Open the door and go in.
Well, as you open the old crickety door, which, it was made out of the best materials that could be found, but you open the door and what you see is a room full of, kind of magical artifacts here and there. You see what looks like to be unfinished projects. You see what looks like to be various items. It's adamantly clear that Gary has been busy. You see even potions here and there. And Gary, at the moment, who's kind of putting his attention towards you, but he also looks like he has a magical item in his hands at the moment. And he looks at you. Oh, hey! What's up, Rygar?
What is the charge that weapon I have?
Yeah, I did mention that. Yeah, I did. Oh, yeah, let me, just bring it on over here. I'll gather my tools, and he starts gathering some of his tools, and I'll grab the spectacles and various other magical items that, allow him to do his job. So you walk over and you bring out the weapon. Oh, okay. So, and he looks at you. So this is the weapon. Vosjean. It's definitely an ancient weapon. It hasn't been seen in years. Just really looking at it. Have you noticed the buttons along the weapon?
Somewhat.
So I need to roll a d20 for this. No, you're good. I need to. Wow. Okay, so we got our nat 20 for the day, and it was rolled by me for Gary. So Gary looks at it, he's like, you know what? I know. Also, Makira, can you roll a d20, please?
Two.
Okay, just keep that number. And he's looking at the weapon. He's like, you know what? What do you? And he looks at you in a more serious, but like definitely his curiosity was saying. He's like, what do you know about the ancient dwarven switch weapons?
You want to know all deep?
Yeah, you can roll.
Let's say-
It would be a history check.
So. Fuck, 7.
So when he asked that question, it's not entirely. You wouldn't say it's not lost knowledge, but there's not really much in the ancient texts and whatnot regarding the dwarven switch weapons. So you gather, small. You try to remember small bits and pieces of where you may have seen in texts or in rumors or talks about switch weapons, and currently you're drawing blanks at the moment. Yeah, so he asked you the question. He's waiting on a response.
Don't know much.
Okay, so I don't know if you know much about dwarven switch weapons, but these are pretty much like they're like it's like they combined a hammer and a blade, like a saw blade together. Like it's pretty much like a little nifty. It's almost like a nifty tool that you can kind of utilize to like do various things, such as I'm pretty sure you've noticed. If by chance you ever messed around with if I'm correct, this is the same weapon that can switch into a great sword, a short sword, a long sword, a great axe, a war axe. Like it's the physical design allows it to do all of these features, and judging by the look of it and the way it looks like it has a couple, hidden magical properties that I don't know about. If I knew more about said weapon, I could maybe work with it. I mean, there's maybe a couple things that I could do. Maybe I can tinker with it, but I don't really think I have. I wish I had more time to really look at such an interesting item. Like it's almost hard to believe to see one of these in existence. It's baffling. It's mind-boggling to be honest. It's kind of hard to wrap my head around it. It's such a interesting construct because it wasn't really made with magic, but it has the properties of magic inside of it. It even has multiple functionalities all in one. Like I said, it can switch into multiple weapons. The list goes on and on. It can almost switch into nearly any multiple weapon. I mean, I don't know which buttons are designed for which.
I don't know. I did it once. When I first got the hammer, I pressed it and did something wrong. Got myself on fire and then switched to the axe.
Okay, so it has fire. So we know it has fire properties, and it's switched into the great axe form.
Yep.
Okay.
I found it in the hammer form.
Okay, that makes sense. I mean, if I had more, I'd love to spend enough time looking at it, but
Well, what we do is on our off, when we're not doing anything, we'll work together and look at it.
oh, please, thank you. I would love that. I would greatly appreciate that. Just hopefully, I could do whatever I can to help you figure this out. Because it's like I said, this is probably the most advanced item I have seen since we've come here. But other than that, yeah, it can switch. It can switch into multiple properties. I'm sure there's somewhere along the edges it indicates what the weapons are, judging by, and he kind of takes a look at the buttons. Yeah, those look like dwarvic runes, and I'm sure somewhere around there they read which weapon switch to what, but it's probably in a more ancient language. So I don't know if you would know that, but I surely don't.
I don't think I read my own ancient language.
As I figured. But other than that, yeah, no. If I do get any more time, I would love to look at. What was the weapon's name again?
Fonjon.
I would love to look at Voljean. But other than that, is there anything else you need to regular?
No, just keep on reading just because you want to check it out.
Well, I greatly appreciate you bringing it over.
You're welcome.
But other than that, if there's nothing else you need, I'm gonna get back to work so I can focus on, trying to prepare more of us for the party, so we're not utterly useless.
I'll let you go back to what you were doing.
Okay, take it easy, right
You
now.
too.
And you kind of, with the simple farewell, you make your way out of the door and close it, and you hear, magical tinkering in the background, and you hear just little bits, and it's clear as day he's working on something. You don't know what, but he's clearly working on something. So now what are you trying to do? You
Just head back to the manor.
Okay, so you make your way back to the manor. That's going to take you a little bit. It's probably going to take you about 5. I'd say about 5 to 10 minutes. So, clearly Volgor is busy doing what Volgor does best. And we're moving on to Savi. Savi, what is it you are doing? I know you said you were helping.
Last time I know she was still trying to find Lucius or something.
She kind of was trying to find Lucius, but she.
I gave up and I already started asking what I could do to help him out.
Oh, that's really bad.
I checked everywhere in the room. Bro's just gone.
Yes, he is.
That's right.
There's activity in that area because that's kind of like a main important area. Okay. So you're still. I think you said you were gathering herbs.
Yeah.
But you wrote that down. Oh yeah. So
Collect herbs. That's all I wrote.
you are here. So you are making your way out. There's currently, when you were making your way out, there was nobody in the church. As you were walking your way out here, you. What's your passive perception? I never looked. I normally would have it written down, but.
18.
Okay, so yeah, you can clearly see the staff that is currently housed. There's currently 3 individuals staffed, along with the gigantic Goliath. Just kind of, like, it almost looks kind of ridiculous seeing a giant, tall, like, how tall was he? He was like 9 foot, 10 foot.
He was a big boy.
Yeah, he was a big boy. He was bigger than, I think he was bigger than Volgor almost.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's right, he was bigger than Volgor. So,
yeah.
Bigger than Volgor, muscular than Volgor, using a small, itty-bitty tiny pen. And then he's kind of more focused in his work to be paying attention to you, and you make your way out to try and, gather herbs. So you pretty much leave the site, and you're pretty much occupied with searching for herbs. Do me a favor, roll a nature check. Remember, your modifier matters too.
I found that weapon the first session. Jesus Christ. Oh, that 20.
He fucking threw it up in the air.
I call it. The Silken was a fucking ancient weapon now.
Lucius was trying to parry it with a dagger. What you got?
7.
7? So your basic knowledge of important herbs is lacking, but you at least know what herbs look like. You know the basic herbs to look for, so you start gathering your time to look for the medicinal herbs. So, time has gone by, 10 minutes has gone by. Volgor, you're tiring out. I mean, you're still holding strong, but you're definitely tiring out. This is your 3rd round. So, you know what that means. I'm gonna need you to roll a athletics check at a disadvantage. You got a nat 1, didn't you?
I got an 8.
So,
Damn.
you just,
First roll. Not good.
after some time, you just couldn't hold it in no more. You just can't hold it no more. It's too, it's just, you make a very loud grunt, and Bristlin kind of just looks at you, and just like, you're done already? I was like, and she kind of gives you this look like, no, you're going to continue. I'm gonna need you to roll a wisdom check at a disadvantage.
Ooh. 19.
As your lowest.
Well, 7.
So you succeed in finding that will to just, it's almost something inside you is like, yeah, you know what? I'm not going. Your pride kicks in. I'm not going to allow this to. No, I'm going to keep going.
My lineage just told me not to give up.
Your draconic ancestry is disappointed in your efforts.
We are known for our drive.
Roll a constitution check at a disadvantage.
15.
So you managed to, with the aid of Brizilin, utilizing her magic, even then you are still pretty dead tired, you've had no food inside of you. You still managed to summon up that draconic strength, that draconic endurance to be like, yeah. So you are at attention. Brizilin is excited. And you continue on with your business. I also need you to roll an athletics check.
Just one dice?
Just one dice.
15.
Okay. Keep that number in mind.
I'm 15, I swear.
So,
That's gonna be my number.
as of this moment in time, 10 minutes have passed. Yes, 10 minutes have passed. You have finished up with gathering herbs, and you are on your way back. While you were on your way back, Rygar is walking behind you, and you sense his presence as you see that Savi is clearly walking. You see her. And you give a general, well, actually, no, I will let you decide what you want to do with that. That's your characters. You notice his you notice his presence behind you because you can tell by the sounds, and you know it's her because, well, you recognize her form and face, or at least just.
Oh my god!
Form and face.
Not even just.
You recognize her. You know who it is.
Yeah, you just went like.
Form and face.
Like you recognize him now. He went straight. Like, oh my god.
That's not natural. Who is that?
I just wave and keep walking.
Okay. You notice Rygar wave at you.
Wave back and continue.
You, with your best attempt with a handful of herbs and just try to get a hand up there, struggling just a wee bit.
Do the
Well,
chicken wing wave.
You're just more concerned that you don't want to let these herbs fall because you did take a lot of time to pick these. Now, can you both roll a perception check? I'm sorry. I was blanking.
12.
Trying to calculate your perception. 16 plus perception is right here, so 16 plus 8.
So 24.
So what'd you get?
12.
12.
Highest roll so far.
You notice 2 figures, but you can't actually no. You notice 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You notice about 5 figures, a little bit off in the distance. I'd say about 60 feet. You notice several things. 1. You notice Vera, who looks bloodied, like she's been in a battle. Lucius, who also looks a little bloody but not as damaged. And alongside her, Makira, who is currently sitting at 5 hit points.
What the fuck just happened? Were Vine getting combat?
They went hunting and while they were drunk.
Not only do you see the damaged parties, but you see 2 unconscious individuals being dragged with them. Those individuals are you recognize as Anakin and Kenobi. Now for you, this is a very confusing...
Wow.
This is confusing. What's going on? They were leaving and now they're coming back, but bloodied, unconscious. What's going on? You don't understand what's going on. For you, you just see, like you said, you see 5 individuals and you can't really get a clear idea of what's going on.
It's because of that one eye, I swear.
No, it's not.
It's more or less just like he's just.
I know.
It's kind of just.
I can see
Like
that.
the sun kind of hit his eye. The sun kind of hit his eye a certain way, and it's just he wasn't really able to like recognize the situation entirely. It's kind of like, oh, you see 5 individuals.
Caught it through your
Now you notice this. Now, at this time, you know, you can choose to do what you want with this. If you wanted to, you could relay the information to Rygar, or you could deal with the situation. It's completely up to you. You can deal with this however you want. With this, hell, if you really wanted to, you could just let them keep walking. They are about 45, between 40 to 60 feet from you.
Walking away towards.
They are pretty much walking. They're not necessarily walking towards you. It looks more like they're walking towards the main doors of the manor. I thought you were eating a clay cup. I was about to be like, dog, it is not that serious.
He's that hungry. He got bronze.
Hang up.
Oh, 11.
And they're vegan friendly too.
Don't mean to rush you, but we only got about 20 seconds to decide this.
Tell Rygar.
Savi, because you're the only one that can like relay the information, and depending on how you relay it, like it's up to you to relay it how you want to say it, or you can, or if you want me to be just general, like how do you feel about the information? Like, what is your current feeling regarding seeing that?
Surprise. Confused and concerned. There you go.
Flabbergasted.
So, in a very shocked look, she relays the information of what she just saw to you.
I run over there.
So you make your way and run over there. You see Rygar running, and you see them moving. What are you doing?
Bringing the herbs in.
Okay, mind your own business. Just like it's just another day in the fucking.
Well, I'm like, bring him in, and I'll say something when I get in there, because I'm like, one, it's just him out there, and I'm like, plus I have to go to and
Give the herbs to the receptionist. There you go. It's an
I'm like,
emergency
just
here.
finish what I was told to do.
I mean, you can give the herbs to the receptionist. She's not, or they're not, and none of them are the ones that asked for their herbs. But I mean, if that's what you want to do,
I'll be back.
No, give him to the person I was supposed to give him to.
okay. Are you moving like? You just moving at a normal rate? Or are you like?
Running.
Oh, so you are urgent. You are making haste.
I'm gonna throw him in the.
So you are making haste to do this, Rygar. You approach them. What are you doing as they are dragging these people? And Vera kind of, she looks at you, but she's kind of like, she's very fatigued. So you almost get this sense and feeling that like she is not, she just has no desire to explain what's going on at the very moment. She would much rather finish what she is doing. Along with Lucius and Makira, it looks like she's on the verge of passing out. Like, you literally can see Lucius like doing her best to doing his best to carry Makira along, like hold her up on her side while walking, along with dragging Kenobi.
I'll pick up Makira and walk with him.
Okay, make a strength check. Although, make a
You
strength
say
check.
strength, yeah.
Although to be fair,
Well, you're helping him, right? So, don't both of them have to roll?
yeah, you know, you might as well roll while you're at it. Or your choice. Do you want to roll and see how many you want to add to his roll, or do you want him to roll for advantage?
I'll see what I can do.
So, because basically, I'm pretty sure you're not going to. You're not trying to reject him carrying you, so I'm pretty sure you're going to do what you can to help him carry you.
1.
10.
10, 11, so with slight, a little struggle, but with her, a very small amount of it, it's almost as if she's making it harder for you.
Pick up a dead body.
Yeah, so she's doing. She kind of, as soon as you really get that carry, like you're able to carry her, immediately just slops like I'm done.
You can tell she's trying to help, but...
Oh yeah, also, can you roll a Constitution saving throw for me?
So I'll probably bring her to Leandra.
Just scream, Mama, we need ya.
4.
You fall unconscious. As soon as you are heaved onto Rygar's shoulders, you are unconscious.
And I bring her Leandra.
So, right now, as of this moment in time, you carry Makira and make your way over here, while
So I'll deal with that situation a little later.
Lucius does give you the courtesy. Hey, Rygar, Rygar, before you go, we're gonna deal with them how we deal with them in the room.
I want to get her the help first, but I'll be there.
Okay. And still, Vera in her silence, they make their way here, and pretty much they're no longer in sight.
You took an idea.
You make your way here, and everyone kind of notices as soon as you walk in. You get ahead of the news, and at the very least, let Leandra know of this, or no, you let Leandra know of the situation.
Because of her. Oh, by the way.
No, what you mean? I'm gonna toss them at her and be like, yeah.
So in a very
Mother.
in a very rushed and hasteful demeanor, you're kind of like, "Hey, Leandra, here's the herbs that you needed." Leandra notices that you are in a rush and asks, "What's wrong, my child? Is everything okay? You look concerned, or like you saw something."
From what I noticed, Vera, Makira, and that were hurt, and they had
They were hurt?
and they had Kenobi and Anakin with them, and Lucius was there too.
Ma-
Yeah, I
ma-
don't really know. You should go check.
Where do we need to go?
Reception.
And Mother Leandra just darts her way through here, and before, like, basically, it's almost like just.
The comic.
And you see Leandra, and she's immediately staring at you with this concerned look. Looks at Makira, and immediately, just almost like in a motherly care, set her down. Set her down somewhere where she can rest. I need to be able to work.
Don't worry, I'm going to look over to you to take care of it. I'm going over to Lucius. And,
Okay. And she kind of she's not trying to intentionally dismiss you, but she's genuinely in a concerned or rushful mood. So she's going to. God damn!
I love that roll. That's
So
dramatic roll.
she just, with no hesitation and almost little to no struggle,
Carries Makira onto her person, and immediately kind of just starts making her way out and rushes to her room, which, if I can remember correctly, where was her room again?
wasn't that thing up here?
because I think you took Anakin's,
Because I'm here.
and this is Kenobi's.
Yeah, I think
I think
it's the one next to mine, I think.
Now,
Dang.
Volvo, while you are clapping the cheeks, I need you to roll a perception check. Mind you, I want to give you an update. The cheeks you are clapping, you are performing above average work. You're still not hitting that peak where you need to hit, but you are most definitely clapping the cheeks, and you are most definitely doing a fairly good job at it.
Okay.
But roll a perception check.
What about the athletics that you told me to save?
That was the 15 for it.
Oh, okay.
So roll a perception check, just a regular perception check, no disadvantage. No. What is your passive perception, by the way?
Passive perception is
You'd be more down.
It'll be, it's on all those stuff.
4, so I got 13.
No, I just want to know what your passive perception is. But since you rolled that,
Hold on.
Best perception is right below all that stuff.
yes, yours is I think yours is a 14. Okay. So yeah, no, you basically while you're
Oh, I got a dirty 20.
while you're doing the
I got a dirty 20 if you had that.
Oh no, you
No,
just
that-
add your perception skill modifier.
Best perception is all its own thing.
So 18.
Wait, what? No, not the passive perception, just the perception skill itself. It's in this.
10.
Yeah. So
You confused me.
you're not really actively paying attention. You're more focused on doing the do. You are in the zone. You're not really focused on what's going on around you. So, Makira, now as of this point in time, where is it? As of this point in time, oh no, her level's increased, so she can actually do more now. That's besides the point. Oops. Actually, what am I doing?
Oh, wait, sorry, it's a 13. It's a 9.
Still.
It's still the same, yeah.
Yeah, no, still.
I hate that fucking dot.
Actually, I should probably
Yeah, it was kinda
pull
like
that up. I don't know why it's not up in the first place.
This one has some wire.
Yeah, and this one doesn't. So I can't tell between the 16 and the
Yeah,
19.
you got the dot too.
Yeah, but not the 19 and the 16.
Round 2. Fight.
Puts a 1 in front of it, so it doesn't.
Oh, well. Dude, my brain is dyslexic with numbers. Like, I can read, but numbers, my brain's like derp.
Oh, that's right. I put that. Okay, I remember that now.
Oh, is that is this
What are we
right?
numbers?
You're trying to break my brain today.
Okay.
I'll be sitting here for the next 10 years trying to figure that out. And I'd still be like, oh, it's 1. 10 years fucking later.
What's the line? 1's a line, 2 is 2 lines, 3 is 3 lines.
Yeah, sorry about
I wouldn't have figured that out. I would have been like,
4 is a box with a little curve to the left.
It's
There
probably
we
the one
go.
that looks
Yep,
like
that
it
makes
says
sense.
1 on it.
Do the Roman numerals.
No, this is Japanese. This is Japanese kanji.
Yeah, I see.
Oh wait, she doesn't even have. She didn't even have. I'm so sorry. Who did she use prayer of healing on you? She doesn't even have that. Actually, yes, she does. Yeah,
Boy,
Yeah,
yeah. I was talking. So no, she does have it.
that's a D20.
Okay, so
That's pretty fun.
who are you talking to?
Yeah, I wanted those for a while.
Because she healed
I
you,
wanted
remember?
something with cherry blossoms. I love cherry blossoms.
Why would she? What?
And I'm want to get
When?
feudal sets for two of my other characters
at
we
the
introduced
party,
later
I think
on.
she said she cured you of your ailment.
No, she went to, and I said, no, I'm fine. And I told her to go check on Rygar.
Oh, that's right.
She did it on Rygar, dumbass.
I'm sorry.
Because he fucking catatonic.
I have to pay attention to
He
so
just chilled there
goddamn
and
much.
vomited while I'm
The whole
sleeping on the
fucking barrel.
table.
A grog.
Yeah, next to me
Okay.
while I'm sleeping on the table,
So-
passed out. It was awesome.
And I puke.
Makira.
Yes.
While standing on.
She is going to perform a spell at the 4th level. A healing spell to be exact. So she's going to do, what was it, D8s last time?
I believe it was.
Yeah, I think you did D8 or D6. I don't exactly remember.
I think it was D8s. I don't think it was D6s.
Because we still.
So she is going
Kind of
to,
dried out.
she is going to,
You
you are currently unconscious at the moment. So you don't really have much of a choice but to accept this.
Okay.
I need to look up prayer of healing one more time because it's, yeah.
They're amazing.
Okay, I'm glad. Like I said, I don't
Yes. So it's 2
I was on it for a while, but I was like, should I?
plus
Why not?
spellcasting modifier and okay.
I'll say
I'm
if
sitting
anything,
there
I'll
fighting
probably.
with myself. Do I want another one?
So she is going to heal you. Are you ready for this?
I'll say I make it more tomorrow, so I don't care if you guys eat it all.
Ready?
Oh my,
She's going to do it for this much. Plus
I don't care. You can make it more tomorrow because my grandma won some.
7 plus 3 plus
Mm, it's
3
really
plus
good.
6.
I'm happy how I did the design. I wish it showed the caramel more on top.
So we have
19.
6 plus 6 is 12.
So, turned
Yeah,
out
that would be
really good.
19. Plus 6 again would be 20, I think
19 plus
20.
6 is 25.
Oh, yeah, that's 25. So she successfully heals you for 25 hit points. Mind you, that I know for a fact that's not your max HP, but we've never calculated your max HP.
Right.
But
Plus, remember she does it level 8 now, so we're just not sure how
Yes,
much
I know.
it is yet.
so she does her best to heal you She places you in her bed, which, yeah, no, you're not noticing shit right now. You're unconscious.
It's super soft. You even felt more into your sleep.
I mean, while you were unconscious, in your dream, you felt this amazingly soft bed. Just, it almost felt like you were being caressed by a Hieronic angel.
You're in clouds.
And
Oh, night.
you,
basically.
while you are regaining consciousness, you are hearing what appears to be almost like a prayer to somebody, but your wounds are healing at such an extreme and exorbitant rate.
That's rich.
So I'd say what, you were at 5 HP, you healed for 25, if I'm correct, so you should be at 30 hit points right now.
Yeah, that's
So you pretty much, you don't feel the greatest, but you feel a hell of a lot better, and you came to.
I'm just glad they fucking turned out well.
And you woke up, and you're just looking around. And you are unaware of where you're at. All you see is Mother Leandra and her giant huge bosom, or bazingas.
her assets.
flopping while she's like really like you can see sweat on her forehead as she's like doing her best to try and heal you.
Okay.
Now, this is the sight you see. Around the room, you see just white and gold everywhere. Like, you can most definitely tell this is a religious woman's room. But, in a way, it looks peaceful. You can tell that the goddess that she believes... Oh my god.
Yes.
Just,
Oh
just imagine that, bro.
That's like, oh, that's exactly.
But a little more clothing, like a lot more clothing, not so little. Jesus Christ!
Like it. Got so.
That's what she's gonna wear for you, right? Mm-hmm.
Me? All day,
You're
any
such
day,
a good
please.
caretaker, right, guy?
Right.
I appreciate everything you do. Is there anything I can do to assist you? Do you need healing words?
Hey, the whole like, I messed with Lucius the whole beginning of the thing.
So, anywho, you come to the memories of the event that transpired, which I already spoke to you about, come to play.
I need a cup of milk, like a warm milk, not cold.
You remember doing your best during that
The
battle,
little secret is that the Cordell.
but you also remember what was going on. Like I said, do you at least remember why
That chocolate's
there was a battle?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, if you go to explain this information to anybody,
Like, I'm gonna make brownies.
if you go to explain this information to anybody, I will aid you in whoever you try to explain it to. If you try to explain it to anybody, otherwise you can keep it to yourself, and then we can talk about it later if you want.
Okay.
So you come to, and just the memories of what happened, like you just remember what happened. You're like, okay, and those memories have flooded your mind. You were being healed. Now, Mother Leandra does need to take a rest because she did cast a fairly high level spell. Not a full rest, but she at least needs to take a small break before she can heal you again. And she sees that you are awake. And she's okay. I didn't know that. Is it a ritual or?
You start hearing Mother Leandra start chanting, throw stuff on the floor around you in a circle.
Okay, because it takes 10 minutes for this to happen. So 10 minutes are going by while this is happening. I didn't know that. I apologize. So...
James. Tablet.
It died.
So yes, 10 minutes have gone by. Well, actually...
I'm about to bug his ass for that pizza in that fridge. Tell him, can I pick that pizza?
I can grab it before he comes back.
It's a cheese stuffed crust risotto, bro. I
Okay,
am
so...
hungry, and that is gonna give me diabetes. I would
Just
eat
plug
that
that
whole
into the
thing
wall,
if I
and then there's a little slot on the side that you can plug it
That'd be
into.
a kidney failure. Or
But...
See, I had that little piece and I'm already.
So I kind of reworked her healing really quick. Whoops.
As much as I love my Cordell.
Well, because of her, she does have the healing hands clerical ability.
You guys cut too.
But for the sake of this, instead of 10 minutes, we're just gonna say that about a minute has gone by while you were being healed. You come to, right there, you said you were making your way towards...
Just see what the hell's going on.
Okay, so you were making your way there. Sadi, what are you doing?
Catching my breath.
Okay, so for that minute, you've been spending your time catching your breath. Like, holy shit. It's about to get real. It's more than likely what you say in your head, bud. You can flip it the other way. 2019.
What was it?
Never mind. You're welcome. I just told you my tablet password.
I don't know.
No, I was talking to
261.
them. To them.
261, man.
That was okay. Anyway, so like I said, you come to, and what's your passive perception?
+2?
No, that's so basically your perception would be a 12 unless you have a certain feat. It's the passive perception is the big little bubble on the bottom left,
Right below all that.
right below all those attributes. Right, like right above your skills and proficiencies.
Am I blind?
So like where your pointer finger was at?
Oh. 17.
Oh, right there. You're fucking sharky. Roll a perception check.
12.
Base 12 plus. Plus your perception,
Oh.
which is your skill.
Asking me to do math right now.
What's your plus at?
Huh?
What's your plus? I can do the math for you.
2.
So it'll be 14.
Oh, okay. I thought I was adding the 17. Okay.
No.
Oh, if that was the case, you had 20.
Yeah, that's what I was
So-
like, right?
So you thought you heard a sound? Like it was kind of just like a... And you didn't really hear anything. So, okay. What are you going to do, Mikhail? You just arose. Mother Leandra says, Are you feeling any better? Are you feeling okay?
I will wake up and say, how the hell did I get here?
What happened?
You were...
I remember the meeting, and now I'm here.
And she's panting. You were brought here by Rygar. You were bloodied. I don't know everything else that happened. I know that Rygar is going to figure out the situation that's going on. I don't know exactly what's going on. I was just told that he's going to go see Vera and Lucius, who also are in need of my aid, but I don't know exactly where they're at. I'm going to let everybody know that something has happened to the party. Once I obviously regain my energy.
Is there anything I can do to help you?
Honestly, I'll be okay. I just used immense amount of magical energy to do that. It does get a little taxing when you do it at such a high potency. But other than that, it's not. I'll be okay. I appreciate it, my child. Thank you for your concern. And she shows you this exhausted smile.
Do you want help finding Vera and everyone else?
If you, honestly, I'm gonna be out for a couple of minutes. You might want to go and let the other party members know what's going on.
Okay. I can do that.
Okay. So, how are you going to do this? How do you want to do this? How do you want to address the party members? You want to go door to door? You want to look for them around?
Go door to door.
All right.
Oh boy.
Oh no.
Oh no!
Oh no!
Oh, it brings her back.
With
It brings her
your
back to Castle Smirnoff.
with your regained strength,
Mother Leandra, don't pass out yet.
you approach through the door. Now, how urgently do you want? Like, how urgent is this request?
Just busted.
Oh.
Oh!
Full send.
About to be caught vulnerable one.
I mean, I'm I don't care what I look like at the moment.
Yeah, he don't care. He comes out with nothing.
Boom!
What's the purpose of anything?
You bust in through the door like No, but like this is the most urgent thing you could have ever asked. You could have ever done. As soon as you bust into the door, it takes you about 2 seconds to register what you are seeing. First words are, "Volga, are you?" And you perceive this image, and this is the image that is now ingrained into your head. Volgor is mounting Brizilin. You see a giant black dragonborn, right? A black dragonborn with his draconic manhood entered inside of what appears to be a human female.
Oh no.
Am I doing the mate press on her?
Yes. You are performing the mating press, or the missionary press, as to some others. You see
Mercenary.
these legs just wide up into the
Okay, yep, that's the mate.
Brazilian is in her most exposed form right now. You can literally see pure definition of Brazilian's genitalia. Along with an immense amount of juices and fluids
my god!
laid and strung out
Gross.
on the bed, on the cupboard.
All over.
Please don't let it hit me.
She has bad experience from her one thing.
And while you are performing, you obviously are aware of the sudden interruption. And you see this small gnome, right? I believe gnome.
Yes.
This small gnome creature bursting through your door. And you're not exactly ashamed, but you're most definitely, you feel a little exposed, kind of.
No, I'm a little surprised. I'm a dragon.
Well,
I don't care.
Well, in a tactical stance, you know you were at a disadvantage right now. If you were to be attacked, you are most greatly at a disadvantage. Oh yeah, by the way, this is the first time I've ever seen draconic butthole. So you realize, so you find out that, oh yeah, you also see some very hefty draconic balls. Like, these are some chonky chonkers. Like, if gorillas had, like, imagine a gorilla, but like...
Imagine a gorilla with ball
can't right
torture.
now.
But like scaly, not hairy, just scaly. Like scaly balls. Scaly testicles.
Let me look it up for you.
No, please do not.
And you also, just for some reason, you managed to notice...
Make a roll of perception, there you go.
Roll a perception check.
With an advantage.
Oh, why an advantage?
She caught up right
5.
into it.
Roll again.
You gotta roll into the higher one.
8.
Okay, well,
10.
I guess she doesn't see it in bold detail.
But you do notice for a quick, brief moment, you see a butthole. Okay. A draconic, slightly scaly butthole. Just because that just so happened to be the first thing you saw at that moment, because you just saw nothing but scaly black ass. Now, Volgor, being interrupted in what you were doing, you are now curious as to why this gnome, or why Makira has bursted into your room. It must be urgent. Brizilin, being Brizilin, are you here to join us?
Fuck no.
I knew she was gonna do that.
Oh, then what are you doing here?
Emergency.
And Brizilin looks at you and is like, should I go? Is something going on?
I'm not sure.
Mind you, you're having this conversation while you are still, like, shaft deep inside of Brizilin's genitalia.
I asked if it can wait for a few more minutes.
No, it cannot.
At this point, you look kind of just shielding your eyes, kind of like,
Maybe we pick this up later.
Yeah, sure, we can pick this up later. Yeah. I I mean, I kind of have other things I got to do, so I'll get dressed. And she kind of like starts sliding her way out, and just you can hear the sound of.
Oh my!
Oh my god.
You give a nice little.
Nice little twitch.
And she immediately kind of just the urgency just immediately tries to put on her clothes and begins walking out.
We are stuck together.
She begins walking out. You, while you're walking towards here, immediately see you kind of saw a glimpse of Bristlin. Like, well, you kind of knew it was going to, and then she disappeared. Just, okay. Alright. So you continuing to make your way towards Makira. Now that he's currently dressing himself, right?
Did I bring my armor back too? Did I bring my stuff?
There's clothes and semen on the floor. By the way, as she was walking out, there were drips of semen.
Well, yeah, that's because we
Draconic
did,
semen.
3 rounds.
Yeah.
In the middle of the 4th.
Because I know I'm heading towards Beresford, because that's what Lucius told me what we did last time.
Hmm?
I know where I'm going to Beresford because he told me Lucius said we're going where we were last time. So I know where I'm going.
It does dawn on you that there's a possibility that not everybody has been notified of the situation. You are not sure if that is the case.
I'm just going where they're going.
Okay. So, while this conversation is ensuing, you know about the traps in this room. You are unaware of how to really deal with them. You are now at the door of Vera's room.
I'm knocking as the bank will come in.
Make a knock. You hear a bunch of contraptions. And as soon as you see the door open, you see the little, you see a little compartment as to where you could get in. You know, where the room would be. So, you do your best to look around, do a perception check for me, please. So you look around, you kind of see like one trap, but like you're at this point praying that most of the traps are deactivated. You did hear a lot of sounds, and you make your way in, and now you are in. You make your way into the little crawl space where you perceive everyone to be. And when you make your way down there, Anakin and Kenobi are they're unconscious still, sitting in torture chairs. Vera is there's a chair that she's kind of sitting on, just like in and out of consciousness. Just blood dripping from her hand. You can see the open wounds on her body. Lucius is kind of like in and out of consciousness himself, like looking at them, almost angry, and then kind of trying to like keep her stable. Lucius notices you walk in and says, "Oh, Rygar, we need medical attention or something. Do you think you can get Leandra and bring her down here?"
Yeah.
So,
Got an eyelash or something.
no, I have a pimple on my. I think it's a pimple. I don't know. You make your way back out, and you're pretty sure the traps are disengaged. You hear very, just weakly, "Close the door," from Vera. As you're making your way out and you close the door, to which you hear a couple of contraptions. And you really don't have a general idea of where Leandra might be. You imagine that she more than likely would be in one of these rooms. You're not sure, but you're not entirely sure if it would be Makira's room or if it would be Leandra's room.
I'll knock on every door until I find her.
Okay, so you start up, and you start with Leandra's room.
You hear
More
Leandra?
urgency. Yeah. Come in. What do you need?
Vera and Lucius need help.
Okay, I'm sorry. I need a moment to breathe. I'm currently a little exhausted at the moment. Give me, I'd say maybe another minute.
No one else. No one out there outside will wait for you.
Okay, thank you. Thank you very much.
Oh,
And you sit outside waiting. You see
My door.
You see the door open, and you also see you just look down and you just shake your head, like just the craziness of what's going on. You're like, you know what? That's about right. And you see like liquid or fluid on the floor. This. Okay. Now, you said you're getting dressed.
I guess, because I guess I had another.
I mean, you don't want to show up in the torch. You don't want to show up in the torch room with your manhood and juices covered all over the place.
Well, that's what I was asking too. If anyone brought my armor back to the room. Or not.
Yeah, no, you technically your armor was brought back there.
I don't know. I'm putting everything on then. I guess.
Everything, like your armor, or just your standard clothing.
Might as well put the armor on since she said it's an emergency.
Okay. Are you aware that this is going to take you 10 minutes to do this?
I'm gonna rush.
So you're going to haphazardly. Okay, so.
I'm gonna at least put my breastplate on.
Okay.
At least.
That could take about a minute, maybe 2 minutes. So, Makira just still.
Tell me when you're done.
So basically, as quickly as you can, you immediately kind of just like, okay, this must be interesting. Kind of get a little excited because it's like, oh, maybe I'm going to cut somebody up today.
I get to use my skills.
well, I already got something planned.
So you immediately you do your best to put on, your trousers and your shirt. And Makira just, you've already explained to him that he needs to meet. Is there anything else you want to do?
No.
So you immediately turn around.
Bump into Ryder.
You notice Makira appear to be in a better standing. So it sends a wave of relief across your face it sends a relief, or a wave of relief that Makira is doing a lot better. She's moving, at least, it's still in a damaged movement, but it's a lot better than what it was. And you're relieved. You, Akira, notice Rygar standing there waiting for Leandra. It doesn't occur to you if Rygar knows about the situation, especially considering. Well, no, you know that. I think Leandra did tell you that Rygar brought you through. I think.
Yeah, she told him.
Yeah. So you see Rygar, and then you think. So Volgor knows, Vera and Lucius know, Leandra knows. The only one that doesn't, I think it's really all the party members. Oh, the only one that wouldn't know is Gary. But Gary is 10 minutes out.
Yeah,
He was conducting research.
And he was
he was working on a metrical item.
You don't know that. She doesn't know that.
Oh, no,
He knows that.
I know that.
So you see Rygar, and then you think a small thought pops into your head, possibly, and you think maybe did Rygar let everybody know what's going on, or did Rygar let everybody know what's going on? You don't know. The only way you would know is if he tells you or if you ask. Which, if you, not saying you have to, but if you would like to do so, you can.
I go up to Rygar and say, "Did you tell anyone what's going on?"
You can just look at him and just be like, "Hey, did you tell me what was going on?" You don't have to say, "I go up to Rygar." Well, you can say, "I walk up to Rygar," and then look at him, and then say what you're gonna say. You don't have to say, "I tell him." You can just say it.
Did you tell anyone what's going on?
No, I just thinking people will get help.
Okay, well, we should probably gather everyone together.
I'm just waiting for Lumberly then. Motherly injured because she needs to help out Lucius and Vera.
Is she doing okay?
She needs a few minutes to rest.
So you realize that Rygar did not tell everybody, but majority of the party, as of this moment, kind of knows. The only one that you're not sure about is Savi and Gary. Those are the only two people you are not 100% sure that they know. Well, I mean, I was just letting you know that that's the information. Is there anything else? Is there anything else you'd like to do?
Wait, go find Savi.
Okay. Currently, don't know where she's at.
Looks like I'm going on a hunt.
Okay. How do you want to search? You are aware that her room is here.
Start looking in the main common areas.
So the main common areas, or at least the areas with most traffic, would be here, this area, the bar, the dining room, the meeting room, and the library, along with whatever's on the right side of the upstairs. So pretty much majority of the upstairs along with the downstairs.
Room by room.
Where do you want to start?
Tactical breach.
Room by room.
Are you sure you want to
Like,
do that again?
room by room?
Yeah.
Okay.
Are you sure you want to do that again?
Oh yeah, that's right. So you're gonna go like literally room by room. So you're gonna go to the next this one.
Mm-hmm.
Knock it, knock it.
I don't think she knows either.
That's right. She doesn't know.
So you mentioned her at all? Well, she don't. Oh, she ain't gonna give a shit about Vera.
You're going to be witnessed by two people.
She's gonna be happy if Vera's in this situation.
Oh no, not again.
Yep, you are.
And you, in your state of urgency, kick open the door, and again, takes you about a couple seconds to process. You see another Dragonborn. This time a green Dragonborn in all of her glory, currently very like nude.
Oh
Using well objects, but as of this moment in time, you see objects strewn about in certain areas, but you see a human female. The one that normally works at a bar looks like a barmaid. Clothes on the floor.
Really?
And yes. I know her name. And you see a green dragonborn, or Nyx, currently thrusting in a very what's the word? Trideism is what the word would be. Basically rubbing their genitalia.
Scissoring.
Oh my god.
Scissoring.
Basically rubbing their genitalia against each other.
Scissoring.
Yes, or in what looks like to be scissors.
Oh my god.
And you interrupted some fairly feminine moans And both of them kind of look at you, and they both kind of like do their best to cover up. And Nyx states, ever heard of fucking knocking?
You should probably,
This is the second time I walked in on this shit.
within the last 20
This is the second time? Meaning you've done this already?
20 minutes ago.
Fortunately,
And you didn't learn the first time.
apparently not.
So, yeah, what do you want? What is so urgent? I'm sorry to be rude, but I'm kind of busy at the moment.
I'm trying to find everyone so we can meet up. There was an incident that happened.
And she kind of just, okay, and she covers herself with the, with a blanket, and an incident that happened, like, you kind of need to clarify, like, that could be anything.
Just say your party members were hurt.
My party members were hurt.
Who in the party was hurt?
Vera.
That's what she fucking gets. I hope she's dying.
Very much so.
Lucius.
He's a horn dog. I don't
Wait,
care.
no.
And then you were.
And then me.
Okay, what happened?
There was a battle.
How? And she immediately kind of just, hey, Freya, I'm sorry, I kind of have to deal with this. Akira, can you give me some privacy, please? I would like to get dressed.
Yep, no problem.
And she, or you, turn around while you hear the shuffling of clothing, and you hear, hey, Freya, you might want to leave. This is kind of serious. I'm sorry, I don't mean to kick you out. We can continue this later, right? Freya's like, oh, I guess. It's kind of weird when, someone walks in all weird, like, kind of bothersome, you know? Yes, I understand. Just, I'm sorry. I have to. Oh, it's okay. I'll be at me way. And you hear the shuffling of clothing, and if you don't mind me, excuse me. And you move over, kind of just, you don't want to touch anything, and Freya disappears. You hear the more shuffling of clothes, and couple ties here and there, which just takes about a minute or two. Which by now Volgor is fully dressed, Leandra is ready, and now you see Leandra walk out of her room a little bit more restored, and Volgor in what appears to be just a chest plate with his his leather tunic or his leather tunic and his trousers. Just look, you look, Volgor, you look at Rygar, you see Rygar walk out, and you are currently at the moment a little bit confused as to what's going on.
Rygar, what's going on?
We're going to Vera's room.
Right.
Alright. And you see a small grin on Volgor's face. He's, hey.
No need to explain.
And Leandra walks up. Okay, I'm ready.
You're
right
losing
now.
that grin.
We'll see about that.
We'll see about that. Leandra walks up. Okay, I'm ready.
We're going right into Vera's room.
Okay. There's room?
Yes.
The same room? Isn't that the same room that has a bunch of...
Don't worry about it.
You knock?
Come in, Vera. A little more elaborate this time.
You don't really hear a response. And you walk in, you immediately see... Ooh, shit! You all immediately see what's going on. Nyx comes out. Okay, you can look now, Makira. I'm decent. Akira.
What's going on with Vera? Is there anything I can do out? Oh wait, no, I'm still in the room.
Yes, you're still in the room. Nyx just stated that she's decent now. It's like, so party members were hurt?
Yeah, there was a big fight.
Okay, and where are we meeting?
Vera's room.
I'm not stepping fucking foot in there.
Well, you're kind of gonna have to.
Why?
Because we need to make sure she doesn't die.
To be honest, I kind of don't care for Vera. I mean, Lucius, and you, of course, but not so much Vera. And I really don't feel comfortable really making my way into that swine's room, even if she is hurt. To be fair, I kind of want to sit this out.
Do you want me to update you later?
I mean, you can tell me how Lucius and how you end up doing and whatever situation going on. I mean, I don't know what else happened. I don't know who you fought, but I mean,
I'll explain later.
or you could just tell me now so we don't have to. You can just catch me up to speed.
Well, I want to make sure Vera and Lucius are okay first.
So, we're going into Bear's room, which, if I remember correctly, is the same room where we put people who aren't here for good things, if I remember correctly.
The traps have been disarmed.
Okay. I kind of, you know what? I'm curious. I'm curious. I obviously was interrupted to see what's going on. I might as well see what's going on.
Okay, let's
And
go.
Nyx follows behind you. And you both make your way there. The door is currently open.
People can quickly fit in
And Nyx kind of gives a good
Parametrical room. As a little thing goes to a bigger room.
kind of, she kind of looks around as you walk in, just like, huh, so this is what secret she has in her room. Doesn't look all that secret.
Do we see them? Do I see them? Do we see them walk in?
You not yet, but you are currently. When you enter the room, you immediately see. You see Vera, like I said, who is still bleeding out. Lucius, who's trying his best to keep her from losing more blood. Kenobi and Anakin sitting in the chair, bloodied, unconscious, along with, that's it. That's it. And then shortly after, you hear footsteps. You look back and you notice it's Akira and Nyx.
Can I use healing hands on both of them?
If you would like, you would have to roll.
It's a 1d12 or 8d10s.
Yes. So how I do it, it's actually not 8d10s. It'd be you can double your healing points. So if you roll a 1d8 or 1d12, you can say whenever you're healing somebody else, you technically use only half of a hit die.
Okay. So I'm basically using one between the two. Okay.
Yeah, you can choose. You can use as many as you want. Just know if you use your healing hands to heal somebody, you are healing them for 1d12. So if you heal 2 people, that's 1 hit die.
Okay. 11.
Okay, so who are you healing with 11 hit points?
Vera, since she's the more critical one.
So you use your magic to the best of your abilities. You touch her, and you touch her grasp.
I touch your wound.
Huh?
I touch your wound.
Her wound. Well, to be fair, the wounds are a little hard to see.
Wherever Lucius is touching.
You make notice. You tell Lucius, hey, or you kind of give Lucius a pat. He's aware of this, and he sees you put the your hand towards where she would appear to be hurt, and you used your magic to heal her for 12 hit points. You did a fairly good job. It's not fully enough to completely, heal her, but it definitely left her better off than where she was. Considering, I think, how much HP does she get?
So it's basically someone stabilized.
Yeah, I stabilized her.
Yeah, she's doing a lot better now. Yeah, no, you heal her for 12. You healed her for about, I'd say that's about 15%, or maybe a little, 10 to 15% of her HP.
Okay. At least I stabilized.
I mean, she wasn't bleeding. She wasn't in a death save state, but she was most definitely hurt really bad. But as soon as you did that, she feels the relief from the pain, and she went from open consciousness, smiling, and she just kind of lays there unconscious. Like she's at peace right now. She's currently, as of this moment in time, unconscious. And then I'm saying you're gonna hear Lucius.
Yeah.
Lucius is kind of just holding his arm. No, I'm not gonna do the Dragon Ball one. I gotta do. He's holding his right arm, trying to staunch the bleeding from his arm, but there's various other wounds on his body. He's just doing his best to staunch the bleeding. He looks in a better shape, but he's still pretty roughed up. What'd you get? You got a shitty score, didn't you?
I got a 1.
A serious 1? Oh my god.
Fuck Lucius.
Luckily we got the injury here.
Yeah. At least I stabilized the critical one.
So you just
Not here.
and you show that you're here to help, and he's kind of just okay. And he kind of points to the most damaging area, and it's really you're really trying hard, and you just can't really get out as much as you want. You just and he's just, I'm gonna die.
Let me try.
If you wanted to, you can expend as many hit points as you want.
There we go. 11.
11, so you do for basically a full 12. I'm just gonna die. And I don't think there's no sounds I want to make in front of another man.
Don't worry, Lucius.
What are you doing right now, Sadamir? You spent a minute kind of just calming down, and already several minutes have passed.
And you're still in the guild hall, right?
Yeah. No, that's his computer, dude. It sounds like a fucking jet engine, right?
I thought someone was
Fucking
backing.
loud.
Like, who's backing me right now? That's fucking rude.
It scares the shit.
Because there's noise on it after 10 o'clock, you can't do no noise.
Yeah, no, that's what I was saying. Who's being so fucking rude?
Roll a perception check. No, just roll a d20. Roll a base d20. What'd you get?
I can't remember where I had which one was the dot 4, 6, or 9.
It could either be on the top left or the top bottom right. Your choice.
That's a 9.
Okay, well, 9.
So, currently, as of this moment, you don't really sense anything going on. At least nothing immediate, but you are aware of the situation that has happened.
Well, I don't want to go knocking room to room. That's the thing. And I'm great. I go and I just start calling out to see if anybody responds.
Like in here?
No, to the room.
Yeah, she's walking around.
Okay.
Yeah, to find out where they went to. I know that they went that way, but that's all I know.
So about a minute and a half has passed. No. And you start calling out. I need everybody to kind of roll a perception check. Also, I need... Yeah, you have a passive perception, you're fine. Oh, that was shitty.
19.
Okay, we got an 18.
Oh, we roll the same thing.
So,
Nice.
you hear Savi's voice, or you hear Savi's voice kind of very briefly, but you do hear, like, guys, hey, where are you guys? What's going on? As you're walking through the halls.
I go to the door. Viewers are told to come in.
So you make your way towards the door, and you see Rygar pop out of what appears to be Vera's room, and waves you over to come in, requesting you to come in. What appears to be.
I go to the room.
So you go to the room. Rygar more than likely, alright, follow me. You see Vera's room for the first time. Interesting. Wow, that's pretty. Damn, it looks expensive. Jesus fuck, that looks expensive. Holy fuck, this is a nice fucking room. And you continue to keep walking. How the fuck does she afford all this? So many questions raising your hand, and then you see it under, a passage that leads to the under area of her room, and you're just like, dude, what the fuck?
You gotta make a map for that.
So you make your way.
At least a tiny one put on the wall.
So you make your way downstairs, and
We want to
Or
use
one
it.
You
that
see-
that we could just slide out.
what you saw upstairs is not what you.
Pole tab, like one of those pole books.
What you saw upstairs is not what you saw downstairs. It changes from wow, that's pretty to Jesus fucking Christ.
It's a torture room.
I mean, you saw the blood on the floor in a sense, but this is not a room you expected to see in what looks like to be just some lavishly grand room. It's like, it's like, what the fuck? And you're kind of just processing everything. You see, everybody downstairs. Pretty much the entire party is downstairs, except for Gary. You see Kenobi and Ben. Kenobi and Anakin strapped to the chair. You see Kenobi and Anakin strapped to the chair. You see Vera, who is currently breathing, but she's unconscious. At least appears to be. You see Lucius, who is healing still from his wounds, but Vera and Lucius still are pretty banged up. Same thing with Makira, who hasn't fully healed, but she does appear to be better. And you see Kenobi and Anakin, who are definitely banged up, and they're bleeding not as much, but they're most definitely bleeding. So now, all of you are in this room. Everyone's in this room. We're all here. I'm gonna go take a shit.
Intermission time.
And actually, so it is about to be 1 o'clock right now. What is the initial decision of what we want to do from here? Do we want to? Because I can probably, honestly, I could probably go for another. If you guys want another 30 minutes to an hour, otherwise we can cut it off here.
I'm good with that, but it's up to everyone
I'm
else.
cool with that too.
Cool with going? What?
Cutting it off here.
Cutting it off here? So we got 2 for cutting it off.
I was about going longer.
I'll say I'm off tomorrow, so I don't care.
I mean, I live here, so I ain't got no fucking problems. I'll go to sleep when I want
Okay,
to. I'll
well,
crawl under
half
this
hour
table
tomorrow.
and pass out
So we
midway if
have
I
3
have
for
to.
longer, 1
Just wake me up
for,
when it's my turn.
or 1 for cutting it off.
Kick me a bit. Hey, it's your turn.
You work at 4 p.m. tomorrow. Do you have any other important stuff that you need to deal with tomorrow?
I'll say if
Go
I
to my
work,
dad's.
I would have to be
At
home
what
by
time?
3, so
10 a.m.
doesn't really matter.
So at least I don't see why I'm wrong. At least a half hour. So I don't think half hour shouldn't be that bad.
Just so that like we could all at least figure out, like, get the base of what's going on at least.
Well, okay, then.
Other than like obviously Anakin and Kenobi are beating the shit out of him, fucking in torture chairs, but like at least like get to somewhat of it and then like cliffhanger it.
Ask Lucius what happened.
I mean,
I was about to be like runs over to Lucius. What's going on? I don't know why. I like
You
fucking
okay?
with Lucius.
So, like I said, I'm gonna let you guys discuss what you guys are gonna do. Mother Leandra, as of this point in time, is going to
You're just
cast a
like,
specific
"Ooh."
spell.
Just tease him.
That's exactly what I meant.
Psychosocial is being funny.
Oh, that's my best friend. That's my bestie.
He said poop with a poop emoji.
Oh my god!
Because I'm
That's my best friend that I normally stream with.
Probably because I'm about to go drop a
Yeah, that's it. Yeah, he just said that.
So, I'm gonna look at this spell and make sure that that's the correct spell that I want to cast.
Well, I got something planned for this torture.
Oh my. As soon as he said that they had them, I was like, I got so. I was like,
Because he must have took my idea. Because I told him we should kill him off.
Well, I guess you get to see why they call me the butcher.
finally.
But that was something I'm planning on doing.
I was just afraid that it was just me and that you know how to use your moves.
Yeah, because James,
And I was like,
because when I told James that with my eye ability, he said I can do something with it. I had the ability to heat metal. The spell
Okay.
heat metal.
So, this is what.
I got some plan.
So, this is exactly what's going to happen. Currently, as of this moment in time, Mother Leandra is going to cast a level 4 spell, Aura of Life. Which means for every 6 seconds, everybody in that room that she chooses is going to heal for 1 HP.
That's all I can do, everyone. That's her, at least.
Well, she gets to choose who she heals.
Yeah, I know. That's what I'm saying. Plus, the torturees. You gotta heal, bro.
Oh yeah, we gotta keep them alive.
Yeah,
So,
so
what I'm planning on doing?
just enough
Yeah.
to
it will not
show
work
their longevity.
for hostile entities. I'm not saying that they are hostile, but it just so you're aware, it will not work for hostile entities.
Well, to us, they don't. We don't
So,
think they were hostile.
let me see.
At least it'll work for
Technically,
now.
she's going to be. She's practically healing everybody. Let's see, 6 times. Say that's. So for every minute, 10 HP is being healed to everyone who is currently under damage, or who's been damaged. So just remember that. Now I'm going to time this while you guys are conversating. Well, I'm not going to time it, but I'm going. Okay, I'm not putting up a timer, but I am putting up a stopwatch. So I can keep track of how long you guys are talking about this. Alright. I'm gonna go take a shit. You guys talk
Don't
about what's
fall
going.
Don't fall in.
I'm not going to. I'm going to take a shit. Everyone who's being damaged is being healed. And figure out what you guys are going to do about this. And now that you know what? Now that everybody's here, are you going to explain to them what happened?
Yes.
Okay. So.
I'm just gonna need a refresher.
Okay, let me refresh her. So this is what she explains to everyone in the room. Vera, McKeon, and Lucius last night, or earlier this morning, left. They left to track Kenobi and Anakin, mainly because Anakin and Kenobi, the way they were acting seemed a little suspicious. And on top of that, Vera didn't really like the idea that they were going to return back to the monastery. So randomly, it was kind of abrupt. It didn't make sense to Vera. That didn't make sense. Vera isn't one to see bullshit.
Should we tell his girlfriend?
Like I said, you guys can decide that. I'm just giving you guys a rundown so I can finish taking my shit. Alright, so I can start and finish taking my shit. So,
It's very good.
Nix.
huh?
Was it Nix or Nixie? It was
Nixie.
Yeah, Nixie. Okay, I did write her down.
So, Nixie, very Nixie. Anyway, so, as of this moment in time, she explains everything, and what ended up happening was basically Lucius Vera and Makira, utilizing her druid-like abilities to kind of convey the surroundings while also not giving away their position, successfully did spy on Anakin and Kenobi. Eventually, they caught on to them being spied on, and with little to no hesitation, immediately attacked Lucius Vera and Makira. Mind you, there was some conversation struck up about it, about why are you following me? Vera explained her reason, but it was a very quick interaction. Anakin stated, "Why are you following us?" I was like, "What's going on?" Vera says, "It doesn't make sense as to why you're leaving, so I want you to tell me why are you leaving." Anakin and Kenobi initiated the first strike and stated, "We don't have to tell you anything," and immediately began attacking the party of Vera, Lucius, and Makira. It was a very rough battle, but they pulled through, especially considering they were outnumbered 2-3, and captured them and brought them here just in case of, just because Vera thought, you know what, we should get some information out of them so we can figure out why they were leaving and figure out what their intentions were with leaving. Vera was more concerned that Kenobi or Anakin was going to let the monastery know about this location and possibly have it attacked for whatever reason.
Go back to the legendary bandits.
Especially a trained general in a monastery, a monk who has no real restraint. Like that's to Vera that was strange. Now, timer starting. I'm gonna go take a shit.
so that ties to what happened in my clan. Okay.
Let's start prepping my torture gear.
When you guys are done, you may hit the timer. The timer is on my computer. It is going right now.
I'm gonna give at least a half hour.
You know what? I got you even better. Just hold it up. So far, 40 seconds have passed. Let me pull up a better clock so you guys can actually see it. I'm sorry.
Rested against the dice goblin.
Sorry, I'm just kind of waiting for this 42 seconds.
At least I'm okay with at least doing a half hour.
So, by the way, the forest. Fuck that achievement.
You go there, Marissa?
What?
Half hour or no?
It took
Yeah,
so
that's fine.
fucking long.
Dude,
Sorry,
I'm
was
on
that-
850.
Yeah, at least I can say an hour or something.
I've
Okay.
been
No, but at least a half
counting.
hour should be not bad.
Oh, you
All right. So whenever you guys are ready
My entire
to
bit, like,
continue, conversating, you may hit the resume button to pretty much continue to resume negotiations or resume like the conversation of what's going on. Now we're gonna take a shit.
But no, otherwise, before you leave, I'll try hopping on and pulling that up. No, dude, I have a whole ass base around the tree on a phone. Over
Yeah,
there.
she said she's okay with doing that. That has at least another half hour.
Okay. I'm like, I don't mind. I'm on a third shift sleep schedule, so.
Yeah. I'll say, as long as I get my 4 to 6 hours, I'm fine, and I don't work tomorrow, so I don't care.
The only reason I'm concerned is because I take meds at night. And if I take my morning meds too soon after taking my nighttime meds, I get sick.
Oh, I know what you're talking. Man, they used to have me on this one medication. I would take it, and it was so strong. And then I'd take my morning meds, and
And
I'd
if you
be
get
vomiting.
Yep.
And I'd be vomiting all day, all morning, unless I ate something like. As soon as I swallowed that pill down and I ate something, I would have been fine.
See,
But,
when I
like,
do that, I
oh.
get sick. That's the only reason why I'm concerned, because I gotta be to my dad's by 10.
Man, I haven't been on meds in so fucking long. I should fuck all that shit.
See, I need meds, otherwise I go a little crazy, and I get
We don't need that.
dangerous, and
Oh, I'm
You don't need that.
I am, but I just learned how to not be that way.
oh,
AKA a lot of drugs.
Ha! Feel that.
That's
I mean, I
how
just
come up
smoke
higher
weed
than a
now
kite.
and occasionally drop
Dude,
acid, but
I took a 4-hour nap before. Like, James had literally woke me up mid-nap. And I'm higher than a fucking kite. And I'm like, I was still high after that fucking smoke, man. It was awesome.
see, I just smoke weed and occasionally drop acid, but that's it.
No, my brother did acid. He's like, I thought the mailbox was a pirate trying to get me. And I was like, where's this mailbox? Where's this? I saw the mailbox. It looked like a barn. I'm like, how the fuck did that? It was like one of those shitty ass like little mini house fucking. You know, like you put
How
that
does
much
that-
effort into your mailbox, but not your house. Your house looked like a trash den, motherfucker. What the? Why is there so much garbage all over there? But they have a nice ass. I'm like, how does that look like? Okay, I can see maybe like a pirate ship. But a pirate with a hook or something? Nah, bro. You tripping hard. But no, I was on fucking shrooms this morning. My mom decided we're gonna go deal with your grandpa. I would rather have drowned. I am starving. There are so many people in that room.
Yeah, but
It probably half-ass smells like body odor and a lot of
sex.
unwashed sex.
not this one.
Draconic sex at that.
Not
a
this
lot
one.
of it.
From two
Not this.
Yeah, just straight up draconic sex because it was literally you two were the only ones going at it. I probably smell like his fucking vomit from sleeping on the table after he threw up next to me. Damn fucking.
I have no reason for drinking that much.
Rygar at least took a bath, so he doesn't smell.
I didn't even get time
At least
because
his
I'm
body
like,
doesn't smell.
I went to look for
Brush your teeth.
Lucius. Lucius was nowhere to be found. And then I was just like, is there anything I can do? No? Okay.
Like, I guess I'll walk around aimlessly.
I'm like, just imagine the herbs I got was just straight up canna lilies. Just a whole fucking arm's worth of canna lily. Like, well, you told me to get herbs, and I know this is an herb, so like, I know it does something.
Oh, we got to destroy
Great.
Kenobi's room. Phil. His greenery. He has no use for that no more.
One of them.
Well,
Because I have the.
That's right, yeah.
What?
Brennan's character had an area where he was growing plants. Yeah, he was.
Wait, which room is his?
No, it was a different. He had a greenhouse for this.
Oh, okay. I was like, cause I know I stole somebody's room. I said, fuck it.
I think you stole his, actually.
No, she took over Anakin's.
Oh.
Oh, I'm sure. Cross from Jeff. Hey, at least I'm not across and stuck between you and fucking Nixie over here, fucking
Oh
sick
my
ass
God.
motherfuckers.
Yeah, that's mother.
And next to freaking Lucius, I'm like, that's a three-way horrible fucking sound. Like, I
Yeah,
feel so
Lucius
bad for Vera's
over-
room. No wonder why she has a dungeon below her fucking room, so she can at least like go down there and
Get
not
some
hear none of that
peace.
shit. Cause
Get
she
some
has two
peace.
draconics and then a horny bird on one side. I'm like, oh my gosh, that
Well, I feel sorry for Mother Leandra because she's literally between the two draconics.
I don't remember where my room is.
the worst part is sitting there having
Or-
breakfast
that
listening
might
to
have
that.
been I'm not sure.
She's not really focused on you guys.
It's yours or Mother Leandra.
Emitting an aura of
Mother Andrew's here.
Okay, that is her.
I don't remember where my room is.
Go back to
He's
your
right
fucking
here.
Yeah, it's
I
like
think
you're
so.
still next to Nick.
motherfucker. He opened the door to
Yeah, this room's empty.
to notify us. He's like, she's not in there. She's giving up an aura. I don't. Go back to
I
your
don't even
pool,
talk about that.
motherfucker. We're having a whole different conversation. Although,
I guess we can stop the timer, right?
Yeah.
well, it's just stopped. He said to
we-
start it once we start discussing what we're gonna do.
But we already,
Okay, we already did.
But we were already doing that.
and we're gonna do at least a half hour.
So,
I just got my tools ready.
All I gotta do is take about one hunting metal trap out, and I'm fine. Because I'm gonna do heat metal. Because there's a meme I saw on D&D where you put a coin in someone and you heat metal.
Yeah, I know. I think I shared it in the group
I shared myself. I shared it to the
Okay.
group and I showed
where
my
did you
brother.
get this?
for my work. Menards.
Where do you work?
Menards.
Mm.
It's not bad.
I work at Popeyes.
I think it was like
I can't eat Popeye's chicken.
I don't work. I'm state certified crazy, so I get paid to not work because they're afraid
I'm in the process of that.
Oh, I've had it since I was born. They're like, nah, this bitch definitely gonna kill somebody if she works. You know, I'm fucking working. But I'm legally not allowed to drive because they're afraid I'll kill somebody. And I'm like, I mean, if it's my dad, maybe, but like, would I get the life insurance benefits? Not really. Would I get anything from it, like his Social Security? No, because I would have killed him. But like,
I'm trying so hard not to eat those brownies right now.
I know. I want to so bad. Like I was gonna be like, Jeff, pass me the milk, bro. I need some milk with them brownies.
Like I said, I'm making more tomorrow.
I know. I'm gonna taste them because I'm
I know, but I'm fat and I'm trying to lose weight, but they're so good.
I'm just glad.
I learned it with weight loss because I was 355. I'm now 232. I weighed myself today. I was like,
I feel so fat now.
dude, I just ate whatever, but I only ate it at the same time. So like breakfast, lunch, and dinner, and between 8 in the morning and 8 p.m. and nothing after that time. And I was
this
like,
is how you.
it just worked so fucking well. And plus, well, I couldn't do plant-based protein because
It's gross.
it made me gain so much weight. Like
It also,
soy
it
and all
also
that.
depends on how much you consume it and how fast you consume it too.
So like I would make a lot of food, but like I'd eat a hefty breakfast, a light lunch, and then a hefty dinner, and wake up, be not so hungry in the morning, eat a lighter breakfast, a slightly heavy lunch, and then a light dinner, because I'm like, as you go back and forth between those two, you're at least keeping some kind of form in there, but you're also lightening up on your food as you go.
Yeah, I plan on getting a gym membership too so I can actually work out. Cause like, I got chicken wings.
Oh, trust me. I
Oh,
love
mine are way worse.
Oh, my mom would put my sister in those shirts that go like this and cinch. So my sister has a little cinch mark on her arm, and I'm like, Mom done fucked up your arms. I'm like, your arms would have looked just fine, Vanessa. Yours would have looked like mine with the little. I'm like, that's fine, but now it kind of looks like you got a butthole on an ass cheeks on your arm. She goes like this. Literally looks like if she took a picture of it, somebody would think it was a pussy. And I'm like,
Oh.
you can literally trip
We're
people
doing
up with
that. Half
that.
hour.
Do you think
Huh?
you're like, can I get a
It's a
pussy
half hour.
pic? Just
A
type
half
your face.
another half hour?
Kind of like how some people do this.
Hey,
Is you said it was okay?
So type.
let's go make sure it's unanimous.
I can't do that. My
Well, I
arms
asked her.
too-
I asked her.
My arm's too hairy for that.
And she said, "Yeah."
Okay, so has conversations begun about this event, or did you guys?
We're pretty much all in
Yeah.
agreement right away.
No, he's talking about our characters.
Yeah. So.
Yeah.
Okay.
They're hostiles.
No, he was asking about different.
I was just trying to know what the heck was going on. Because, like I said, I was taking a poop. I don't. How long has this conversation really been going on? I mean, I tried to tell you guys to time it, but
Well, we were talking about one thing, and then we started talking about another thing. And then I brought up how the room probably smells like sweat and draconic sex, and it's probably funky as shit in there. And I probably smell like Rygar's vomit from earlier, from sleeping in the room that he vomited in. And then and then we went down from there. It kind of
So-
spirals really fast.
so
I want to go up to Kenobi and smack his face and try to wake him up.
You gotta wait until they're fully healed, though.
first, what has transpired? Like, what are we gonna do about this? What's going on? What happened while I was
Trying to question him to see what the fuck happened.
Okay, you're gonna trust him to figure out what happened?
Yep.
I wanted to
Like
check on
torture.
Lucius and see how he's going. You know, like
Start
be
touching
very
them,
caring and concerned.
Okay, so I'm going to imagine that probably about, would you say about 3 minutes have passed by now with you guys talking amongst each other?
About.
Roughly.
So that means 30 hit points has been healed to everybody in that room. Except for Kenobi and Anakin.
Well, they are not hostile yet.
Well,
Well,
Also, they're not-
they cause harm.
so 30
They
hit points
did
of...
attack, so they are technically hostile because they were hostile towards us for, well, not us, but the three for no reason.
They're also unconscious, too, so.
I would have smacked Kenobi up.
It don't matter, unconscious or not, they can still cause harm with their mental BS. Sitting there talking shit in your head.
This is exciting. This is the first time I've ever had an incident. Or I think this is the second or third time, but like a group discussion. I don't know. It's kind of, I'm proud. I'm very proud.
I have my tools for you.
And I'm very excited to see what the butcher can do, honestly. But first, Lucius, I gotta check on him.
She has to feel him up and tease him.
Yeah, I can't.
So
you
in
know,
this
like,
case, you walk up to Lucius, and he doesn't give you a smile. He walks. You walk up, and you appear to check on him, and he's kind of just like, "Honey, I've seen this before." But like, unless you're actually about it, I would really. Now is not the time. I think I've been through enough turmoil for one day. And it kind of just, almost coldly, but like not too intentionally cold. Just, it's really not a good day for him.
you're gonna have to try harder than that, honey, because I ain't going nowhere. So deal with it.
Listen, I'm gonna let you know now. It takes a bullshitter to see a bullshitter.
Didn't we have this conversation before?
That you weren't interested.
Yeah, he just admitted it this time, though. I don't think he admitted it last time.
No, he didn't. No, he did not.
Listen, I do think...
I never said there was no interest. I said my general interest is not that of men.
Either you...
And just because I ran away was because I had a plan and I needed to execute it before I did anything stupid.
Can we talk about this when I'm...
When you're not dying, yes. Okay, let's proceed with what's going on now.
Persuasion and perception, I guess, too.
It's not really needed,
Yeah.
especially for this type of player interaction.
Well, I'm saying if she really wanted to go hard against it.
Nah.
Oh, I mean...
If I really wanted to persuade him, I'll use that when it's definitely needed. When he definitely wants to start playing hard to get out, oh, I'll get it.
All he has to... He's a bard. It's called Charm. That's like one of the main spells of a bard. But you are now Charm. Anyway, so what's the game plan?
I'm expecting Kenobi walk awake.
So hearing in the background, kind of just whatever. Kenobi, who is currently healed from his wounds, but still like a little groggy. Everyone else, Lucius is doing much better. He's in much better health, and Vera is still just peacefully sleeping. Like feeling, definitely no longer feels. At least it appears that she's no longer in pain, and she just feels much better. But she's still asleep right now. You all hear the sudden sound of a smack run across Kenobi's face.
My character grunts.
Kenobi's...
It's stuck.
Oh, what the... It's like, what the fuck, man? What's going... Why
It's all about Kenobi.
What are you talking about?
You're attacking up the three of us.
I didn't attack anybody.
Something I'm getting from these guys.
They were following us. I figured they were trying to attack us.
From them, you were the draw that drew first blood.
That is such a fucking iconic... Oh my god. I'm sorry. I just need to like... That is such an iconic movie line.
It will happen.
That is such a goddamn iconic movie line. Like, damn. Okay. Okay, so you said you drew first blood. I drew first blood? I know I seem a little fucking hot-headed at times, but I didn't draw first blood.
Well, they say you attacked them.
Why would I attack them? I said my farewells and I left.
Well, according to them, you attacked them.
Lucius comes out. It's like, yeah, no, Kenobi. You're not going to run... Actually, you know what? Yeah, that was a shit insight check. But.
Yara wakes up off bolt.
Actually,
Pass you the drink.
I don't know exactly what I'm rolling for. I'm not gonna lie.
It's so gooey. I love it.
Mm-hmm.
It's so
So-
gooey.
I know.
I thought it was dried
He
out.
looks. I was like, he looks at him and was like, dude,
But
you were lying through your fucking teeth, Kenobi.
Yeah.
You attacked us as soon as Kenobi interjects. No, I didn't attack you. You attacked us.
We were asking you questions. That's not attacking.
Oh, yeah.
It's like, we followed you. We didn't attack you. You attacked us. We asked both of you what was going on and why the sudden leave. You two responded with attacking us. No, Kenobi responds like, no, that was not the case. You asked us what was going on. You didn't like our answer and attacked us. No, that isn't true, Kenobi, and you know goddamn well it is, so how about you start telling the fucking truth? As of this moment in time, it's a back-to-back argument. Neither of you know who's telling the truth truly.
I want to do something.
Oh?
Let's see what Savi has to say.
Just gonna make a little observation. No one's thrown out any dice, which is okay, but so what do you want to do?
Take my bear trap out and his leg get caught in the metal trap.
You're going to deliberately put. Okay, so you're going to
Yes,
activate a bear trap on his leg.
Yes, I have a reason for it.
Okay, so now it's activated, right? Like meaning he's going to step on it and it's going to.
Oh yeah.
Okay, so you take out a bear trap, which you will have to roll. Wait, it's closed right now.
I was gonna open it and make him step into it.
Okay, so you do your best to activate the trap. I can't remember what skill it was that involved traps. Wasn't it like?
It would be probably
Survival. It's a bear trap.
about
So
to say
survival.
survival.
So it'll be a bear trap. So roll a survival check.
That'd be 12.
So you manage to get it open, and you know how to activate it. You reset the pressure plate, and you slide it underneath his foot. But Kenobi is aware of what you're doing, and moves his leg or his leg away, saying, "Dude, what the fuck are you doing?"
You'll see.
What do you mean I'll see? What, you're literally putting a fucking bear trap under my
You'll
leg.
find out.
And is it hovering over it?
I want to put his foot into it.
Oh,
So
so
you
you're
can
going,
activate it.
okay, so you're not going to need much strength because he's restrained at this moment in time. Actually, you know what? Just for shits and giggles, let's
Strength
roll
at
it.
a disadvantage.
Yeah, a strength check at a disadvantage. So roll a strength check, and you roll at advantage, he rolls at disadvantage. He is currently restrained.
As easy as in his feet.
Yeah, no, he rolled a... We're just going to say for this, he rolled a 3. I saw the 3.
And his
Okay.
strength.
10.
Yeah, I'm about to say it's
So
probably
you
gonna be 10.
overpower him, and you manage. It's like, wait! Stop! And when you push his foot down, the bear trap activates and it claps around his leg. He makes a very loud what? Ow! And he feels the searing pain as you saw this trap clap around his leg. It sears through his flesh, and since the bear trap is kind of crude, it's not like knives where it, collapses around somebody. No, it's big metal ridges that sear through the flesh of skin, and not easily. It's like it roughly tore apart his skin.
It's dull.
Clapping down onto his leg and onto his bone. You don't hear a crack, but you definitely hear
The hollow part.
you definitely may connect it with something, like just the definite sound of a trap activating or a bear trap activating, and you hear these screams. Blood is pouring down his leg, or blood is pouring down Kenobi's leg. Now, as of this moment in time, those screams eventually awaken Anakin, and he looks around, he sees his environment, he's currently fighting to get out, but he is currently restrained, so... Yeah, no, oh my god, both of those rolls are shit. He is unable to get out, and he's... What are you guys doing? Anakin yells out, what are you guys doing? What? Oh my god, what the... You sick fucks! Why are you... Are you seriously torturing us?
Yeah, you attacked us.
Now, unlike Kenobi, Anakin states, yes, we did attack you because we were concerned we were going to get attacked. We were being followed. That's kind of suspicious to us. So and if obviously it was the miscreants of the group, I mean, apart from Akira, but it was the 2 miscreants of the group. I figured we were being attacked.
They're asking you questions, and you start attacking them after they start asking questions.
Yes, because I thought they were there to kill us. I mean, at one point in time, Kenobi even mentioned that he suspected Vera of killing Dale. So I figured she was coming out to get us next. And Lucius protests is like, no, dude, I'm pretty sure that's not how it went. I mean, thanks for implying, we've been friends for a while. I've drank with you, we've chilled, but you're just gonna assume that we're there to attack you? No. We were concerned about the status and the location of our manor. You two were up and randomly leaving. Anakin interjects, is like, well, I'm not here to cause any issues. I came here to collect my brother, and that was it. What my brother wanted to do was on him. And Kenobi kind of says, what do you mean what I do is on me? You knew what my quest was. I was here on a mission. Anakin doesn't really say anything after that.
I want to take my eye patch off.
Okay? You remove your eye patch.
And I want to put my hand on the bear trap and do heat metal.
Okay. So, now as of this point in time, oh yeah, also that trap activating, I don't know how much a bear trap does for damage.
I'm not worried about that. I'm more about the fire damage from the heat metal.
Yeah. Bear trap is probably a 4 or 6 dice.
If you activate a bear trap, a hunting trap,
It's basically trapping the target. It's not really doing it for damage.
each failed check, well that's a hunting trap. Oh, okay. Yep, so it does an additional, so can you do me a favor and roll a 1d4, Jeff?
Okay, yep.
Yep.
I figured it was going to be like 4 or 6.
3.
So you've done a total of 3, and he's going to be making strength checks. Actually, he's going to be failing these strength checks because he's restrained. He has to break out to be restrained.
And heat metal causes, do 2d8 damage.
Okay, roll 2d8 damage.
11.
So, how much? So what's the total?
That's a total of 14 then.
So you do a whopping total of 14 hit points of damage to Kenobi.
Well, this is the fire.
Yeah, or plus you said 3, so that'd be like what, 17?
Well, that's the fire right there, which is 11 you said, right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Plus
11 fire damage.
from the
That's what before. So that's 14. So that's 14 total damage. So you adding the heat metal, heating up the metal while it's seared against his skin, he wails in a loud yell. You immediately hear doors close.
Come on, you go way back. Tell me the truth.
He's currently in a lot of pain. He's still screaming, searing from the metal heating the way it did. After he finally calms down, he states, he tries to calm himself. Listen, I stand by what I said. I was on my own personal quest. I left because I was done with my quest. I've done everything, I've done everything that I needed to do. I was done. I didn't need to do anything anymore. That was it. I just wanted to go back. I just want to go back to the monastery, and that was it. I don't know what you guys were thinking. To be fair, I wasn't really trying to do anything wrong. And Lucius states, I was like, well then why did you attack us? That doesn't make sense. If you didn't intend to do anything wrong, then why did you attack us? Because I was concerned. Alright? I was concerned. Maybe I figured, like I said, I was going to be next. Dale Wolf already died. I may have been next. And all I see is 2 of the most suspicious groups suspicious characters of the entire party approaching us and stalking us, might I add. Lucius interjects, yeah, mainly because we thought what the fuck you guys were doing was suspicious as all hell. Up and out of nowhere, you want to leave? Because, Kenobi said, because I'm done. I want to go back to my monastery. And Lucius says, I find a hard time to believe that, especially when you engage in a relationship with Nixie. So what, you start a relationship with somebody and then you just leave? A happy relationship, might I add? A relationship that you were trying to start the entire time? Or a relationship that you were trying to start the entire time? That doesn't make any sense, Kenobi. And then Anakin comes out of nowhere and all of a sudden you have this grand desire to leave? I don't know, it doesn't make sense to me. Makes no sense at all. What is this monastery?
And
Why do I have to... Huh?
And Bulgur interrupts. And not to mention, you came with the enemies that attack our manor.
I was under the wrong impression.
Oh, now we're under the wrong expression too.
Well, I didn't know anything about Evelios. He claimed he was a good person. I wanted to help. And Anakin states, listen, you want to know so much about a monastery? I'll tell you. We're a group of Kenobi. Brother, do not say anything about the monastery to them. Anakin just releases like, listen, man, we're not going to get anywhere being dishonest with them. Alright? Do you really think we're going to get anywhere being dishonest with them? And I don't feel like having a bear trap on my fucking leg. And I don't feel like seeing what Bulgur is going to do. And God forbid if Vera wakes up, I don't want to see or deal with what she's going to do. Especially considering I've been paying attention. Mother Leandra has been healing them for the last several minutes. I don't want to be a part of that. I'm just going to be upfront and honest. You know, to be fair, you know, your antics has always been, or your antics always get me in trouble, and I'm tired of dealing with it. To be honest, you know, I've gone through some shit. I've seen a lot, and to be fair, I'm done with it. But brother, do not tell them about the... Shut the fuck up, Kenobi. Just for once, be honest with them. What is the monastery all about? Because if you don't tell them, I fucking will. Because I don't feel comfortable being tied up in this position. Even if I break out, it's still an unfair advantage. There's no point to me breaking out. I don't feel like having my jaw broken or my gut split open. And Kenobi's like, well, you know what? You have dishonored the monastery. Dude, what the fuck does the monastery even matter at this point? So again, are you going to tell them the truth or am I going to? I'll let you fucking decide. Kenobi just sits there, still wincing slightly from the pain of the bear trap. My loyalty lies with the monastery. You won't get a single ounce of information out of me.
As a bonus action, I can do it again.
You do heat metal again. How many points of damage are you
I'm
looking
trying to
at?
think what that one number is. That's 10.
10. So I see you did some rework on your character race, I see.
Well, you told me I can do with my power of the eye. I can use some I can do spells with it. So I added heat metal.
Okay, you added heat metal? Okay, cool.
Oh, the door.
So you do it again. How many points of damage?
Yeah.
10? So you do another
If
10
the
points of
table
damage.
was moved out into the room.
Your eye glows, which also
So I don't lose anything. Just yeah, I gotta wait a couple. I gotta use a couple turns before I start using those bills.
wasn't it like every turn?
No, we have it to where after I think it was like 2 or 3 turns. I think it was. That's my second. That's my second one.
That'd be about 12 seconds.
That's my second one. The first two is fine. Anything after the 2 is
yeah. We'll go with your second action. So after your second action, you notice you all notice the eye gets slightly brighter, and you also see the metal heat up, red, it's searing hot, and you hear the sound of flesh burning. Kenobi yelling at the top of his lungs because of the pain, and you can smell it almost smells like burning flesh, but not in the most pleasant manner. Immediately fills the room with a very nauseating smell. Kenobi yells again,
Balger
and
licks
screaming in
his lips.
pain. Huh?
Balger licks his lips.
And Anakin almost you can tell that on his face he is not okay with what's going on. He understands his situation, but he does not like it. He's not a big fan. And more than likely it's because of their bond. He isn't happy with seeing his brother be tortured like this. And he just angrily like, all right, just leave him alone. Enough. I don't need to see my brother go through any more pain. This is what the monastery is all about. The monastery isn't exactly a place full of monks. I mean, they are full of monks. They train us in various ways. And Kenobi's like, he's like, Anakin, don't you? I'm saving your life, Kenobi. It's actually more of a group. Not a bandit group per se, but most definitely more in the political regiment. We go around and our goal is to really scout out areas. Not necessarily to attack, but it's more of like information gathering. That's really all we're meant for. We're like scouts, information gatherers, spies if you will. We inquire information about certain locations, and we keep that knowledge. And to be honest, that knowledge isn't exactly safe because we normally end up selling it to one of the highest bidders. Whoever wants that information, we give it to them if it's really that valuable. Which, I'm going to be 100% honest with you, an area like this, land as vast as this, it's a free country at this point. And it has a tactical advantage point to be next to one of the great kingdoms of Camelot. So, yeah, we were going to go back and report in and report on what we saw. I'm being 100% honest with you. I have no reason to lie to you at this point. And if you think I'm lying, then that's fine. Otherwise, that's really it. We gather information, we sell it to the highest bidder, whether it's a government agency or whether it's private funded. It doesn't matter. Don't matter to me. And Kenobi just enraged looks down and he kind of is muttering to himself like, quietly, but you guys can clearly hear he's like, I can't believe you betrayed the order. Brother-in-law didn't do anything like that.
You betrayed this guild.
Yeah, I did. So did he. We both did. That's kind of our jobs. Subterfuge. We're fairly good at infiltrating places and gathering information. It's what we've done our entire life. It's really, to be honest, all we know. We were taken at young ages. Hell, even my fucking backstory isn't true. I grew up in the monastery my entire life. I was a small child when I was taken in. All I was taught was skills to observe, report, lie, deceit, in some cases steal.
You guys both are not leaving this building.
Either eternal
I'd
prison
imagine.
or murder.
I mean, like I said, this is valuable information, but to be 100% honest, if some form of information doesn't get back to our monastery, then they're going to send more, and he kind of like tries to air quote monks while he's restrained. They're going to send more monks to this location, and they're going to want to inquire more information about it.
We'll just send back your heads.
Huh?
We'll send back your heads.
The back of our heads?
No, your heads.
What?
Decapitate and mail it to them.
Listen, I don't feel like dying as much as the next guy.
We're not letting you leave.
Okay? That's perfectly understandable. Maybe I can trade information for something. I don't know. I mean, I know bits and pieces of information. And as he begins explaining things, you hear a door open. You who knows Infernal, you know this familiar voice, and you hear, hello?
I say, come in, Infernal.
And after a few trap activations,
Or... oh, wait, you said the door was open, right?
no, it closed.
Oh, I thought you said...
Yeah, no.
no, let's take
But you hear, like an Infernal saying, kind of like more interjecting, like, what the hell? Kind of like dodging. And Lucius indicates, hey, I don't know if you're still awake, Vera, but you might want to let Nixie in. I'm pretty sure Nixie wants to see this. And still in her unconscious state, just you hear the traps open. Which none of you saw her move, by the way. Really interesting. So you hear cautious footsteps along with heavy plated armor make their way down the stairs. And when she makes her way down the stairs, Bobby, can you do me a flavor? Oh, you're using that one?
Yeah.
Okay. So, to just catch up to speed, Nixie came downstairs and saw the side of what's going on. And
But wasn't she already in the room?
no, Nixie's
No.
never downstairs. That was Nix.
Oh, sorry.
This is
So,
Toby's girl.
Nixie makes her way downstairs, sees everything, looks at everyone, and that's it. I'm gonna leave it at that.
Look at this. I was going to tell Bobber to talk to her.
You got an update on your thing.
That's fine. So yeah, so that's where I'm gonna leave it off at. Seems like it's a pretty intense situation.
So the news is potential these guys stole information about my plan.
That's a possibility. They might have information about your plan. They might have information about you, Salvi. They might have information about Volgor and his incident.
Yeah,
Makira.
but I ain't got no need to go looking or find out what happened because at this point, there ain't
He
nothing
might
over
even
there.
have information about the legendary mountain. Who knows? We'll never know. Other than that.
That was it.
Never.
So that will conclude episode 3. That is the end of our session for today. I appreciate you all for watching. I hope you enjoy what's going on. Hopefully I'm going to learn a little bit more about like my web camera and like how to do certain things and webcamming and a little more than that, just cause like it's kind of like I wish I could do more, cause like just staring at a table is kind of a little annoying. But
Which table shoes?
other than that, as you guys are aware, things are getting a little bit tense and a little bit hot. But we'll have to figure out what goes on in the next episode. I will see you all next Thursday. Well, technically, yeah, next Thursday. Ta-ta.